One. Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming. And most of you know Amber. She's going to give us a little teaching tonight about the power of the spoken word and how it changes the waters and the cells within the body based on her direct experience. So everybody knows Amber. There's a few newbies. So for the people that don't know Amber, she's the hostess with the mostest and an out-of-body traveler. And I think you're going to really enjoy what she has to say. It's extremely, extremely important. Okay, Amber, I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you, Stefano. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yeah, you're loud and clear.
All right. So tonight, you guys, I want to talk about the will of the soul and the spoken word and how important it is. And, from my life experience, I did this with the health of my body by getting rid of my diabetes. I did the rice experiment, right? So, from a young age, we're all programmed and conditioned not to believe or trust in ourselves or listen to our intuition. Our thoughts, our beliefs, our emotions, they really do shape our reality and our selves expression. A lot of people can feel the truth in this, but not everybody realizes just how true it really is. What you believe, you start to create, just like the placebo effect. People really do put themselves in a self-limiting belief structure by not believing that they can heal themselves or create and dictate their own reality. You can 100% program the cells within your body to express themselves in the way that you would like them to just by your belief in it. The other day I was doing some research and playing around on YouTube, and I came across these three older women that all lived to be between 100 and 106 years old. And I found that they all had something in common. They were all living in authenticity. They were doing what they loved. They were living in the love. I also came across a woman, her name is Florence Scovel Shinn. She was a metaphysical teacher that resided in New York. I think she originated in New Jersey. But anyhow, her metaphysical work began when she self-published a book called The Game of Life and How to Play It. That was in 1925. So this stuff has been known for a long, long time. Florence taught that you must avoid negative speech because it's the act of self-cursing. She had a quote I wrote down. It said, "Man is punished by his own words. Do not speak of lack or limitation. Speak of success and existence." You guys, how often do you think we predict and create our future by complaining or saying things like, "I can't," or "That's too hard. I've never been able to do that," or "I don't feel well," or even speaking words of other people? Like, "Oh, my friend is sick. She's not feeling well. Oh, she hasn't been able to do that." We learn as small children spelling, right? How to construct words. But spelling is literally spell casting. When you speak ill of yourself or others, you literally curse yourself and others. You create the very conditions that you complain about. You're literally casting a spell on yourself with your words. Blessing and affirmations change the vibrational field and opens up the possibilities for miracles, opportunities, and alignments. The spoken word and the will of the soul truly has tangible, transformative power. And you all saw this with the rice experiment I did, right? And my diabetes. talking to my cells, literally speaking them into health. Speak only what you desire to manifest. Some of you might remember one of Darius's gathering called The Frequency. It's one of my favorite gatherings. I actually wrote down something he said during that, and I really tuned into this when I was getting rid of the diabetes and doing the rice experiment. He said, once you understand who you are and that you have the will to create whatever you want based upon the will of your soul and based upon the love that you have for that creation, when you step into the love for yourself, then you step back into your soul's frequency. Your word is your creative power. The spoken word, the spoken word is thought made visible, energy made form, spirit made flesh. You do not, you literally describe your reality. You dictate it with the words and your intentions. When you speak, you are literally sending out a blueprint to the invisible forces that construct your world. These forces are obedient, impartial. They don't judge your intentions. They simply respond to your vibration and your belief in the words that you're speaking. So many people speak carelessly, not realizing that their words are sacred tools with every sentence. People declare sickness, lack, struggle, and destruction, and then they wonder why these conditions persist. You can just as easily declare peace for yourself. You can affirm harmony as well as, state that you are guided. When you speak words like I am, it's a command. You set creation into motion. I am successful. I am loved. I am safe. When you speak affirmations such as these and you speak them with conviction, they literally rewire your subconscious mind and reorder the vibration around you, right? This prepares a path for manifestation. You might not see, the evidence right away, but let me tell you, the work is already in motion. This is why it is so very important, you guys, to guard your speech. Some of us, we might be facing financial hardships, but to say words like, I'm always broke, that literally cements that into reality. Instead, speak what you desire, like, my supply is unlimited. Abundance flows to me now. I may not have the money now, but I see it in the future. You're not, by saying that, you're not ignoring the present by speaking like this. You're creating the future. Your words and intentions will manifest it. You can say things like, I can't afford that. Change the words to, it's not in my budget yet, but there's more to come. Every time you call yourself tired, unlucky, or broke, you're literally signing your name at the bottom of a script that you did not wish to write. Every time you say, I can't, you bury that power under layers of disbelief. Like I said, it isn't about denying your emotions. It's about choosing your words wisely in the presence of those emotions. Your subconscious mind takes every word you speak as fact. Every time you say, I can and I will, you're bringing that back to life. So begin watching yourself with love and awareness. Think about what you're saying to yourself in the morning when you wake up. What are you saying and even thinking to yourself before you go to sleep at night? Life flows where the words go, just like when Stefano says, where attention goes, energy flows. The universe literally mirrors back your frequency. There was another quote I wrote down that Florence put out, and this is probably one of my favorite. She said, "Man's word is his wand, filled with magic and power." So affirmations, this was another big thing that I used that helped me during this time. I literally thought myself into sickness and spoke myself into sickness. So I used words, thoughts, and the will of my soul to get myself out of that sickness. The more you speak affirmations to yourself, the more you begin to believe them about yourself. When you first start using affirmations, sometimes it feels natural to think that you're lying to yourself, but you're not. You're really not. I promise you that it works. So I want to give you a second if you want to grab a notebook and a pen. We're going to go through some affirmations together. I went through all like a lot of the affirmations I was as that I was saying to myself, and I wrote them down, and I thought that they might help all of you. So if you want to get a pen and a paper, go ahead, and I'm going to speak them. Feel free to write them down. This will also be recorded. But since we're all muted, I want you, if you're in a place to do this, say them out loud to yourself. And when you're saying them, feel into those words and believe them because they are true. All right, here we go. I am loved. I am safe. I can accomplish anything. I am successful. I am a creator God. I dictate the universe. I am healthy. I am well. I am love with no conditions attached. My failures do not define who I am. I am completely forgiven, past, present, and future. I don't face anything alone. My strength is greater than my fear. I belong. I am the light. I am joy. I am happiness. I let go of limiting beliefs and trust in myself. Everything I need is within me. I am enough. I am grateful. I value myself. I love myself. I am strong, resilient, and I believe in my abilities. I am attuned to beauty. I am an eternal soul that is without borders, boundaries, or limitations. I accept all parts of myself without judgment. My soul's frequency is unconditional love. I am the spark. I am creation. I am the creator. I live my life to the fullest without any regrets. I give and receive love. I remember who I am. I am. I am. I am. I I promise you, you guys, when you change how you think and how you speak, it literally reprograms the cells within your body. It changes everything. It's improved my life so much. And that's all I really wanted to say to you guys about this. Um, I can open it up for any questions that you guys have.
I bet if we do a raised hand thing, Amber.
Yeah. Yeah. If you have questions for me, go ahead and raise your
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Oh, Vanessa, where are you? There you are. Hey, Vanessa.
Hey, Amber, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Love it. And all I want to do is just share with you that 3 days ago, I bought a pack of Tic Tacs. I'm showing my age, but if anybody knows what Tic Tacs are, there's about 60 of them in a package. And I take one a day. And as I'm, you know, enjoying the Tic Tac, I'm telling myself affirmations. Now,
Mm.
again, I've only done this for 3 days, but the affirmations go something like, um, more and more of my light body is coming into my physical body. I remember who I am. OBEs are so easy for me. I'm always conscious when I'm dreaming. Goes on, and it turns into a lot of fun. And then I'm done with the Tic Tac, and then I'm done for the day. So I just wanted to share that.
Oh, that's great, Vanessa. And
It's
it
my light
worked.
body pill. But one thing that did happen on the very first day I did it, I found myself talking to my body, and I almost got teary because I was like, "Oh my God." I realized, "Oh my God, my body, you've been with me my whole life and I have never ever talked to you." And it got a little emotional, and yeah, it felt really cool. So,
Oh my
just
gosh.
I love the timing of your doing this cuz I did this 3 days ago. So,
Mm.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's so important. We really are programmed from a young age to not believe and trust in ourselves.
Right, right.
Like our
Yeah.
beliefs and thoughts and emotions, they really do shape our reality and our self expression.
Yeah, when they say you're your own worst enemy, it's so true.
Mm-hmm.
And that was
True.
it.
Yeah. Thank you,
All right.
Vanessa.
Thanks, Amber. I'll pull back. Thanks, honey.
Thank you.
Amber, if I could ask, would
Yeah.
you explain about the water?
The water is
Yeah.
within us. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
How that affects the water.
yeah. So water holds memory, right? And honestly, like this is what I think about the water. Like there's so much water above us, and I've had conversations with Janine about this and with other folks as well. But everybody that comes in through the water to live in this earthly realm comes in with all the memories of every lifetime they've ever had. And I think that's why the water holds all those memories. It's from all of us. And the water's holding those memories. And you guys saw when I did the rice experiment, talking to the two jars in two different ways. That water held on to the memories of those words and emotions that I showed that water, and you could see the physical changes in it. Our bodies are made mostly of water. So when we're talking to our bodies and to the cells within our bodies, our water is going to take that form in which we believe. 100%. There's that doctor, what was her name? Veda somebody. She worked with the autistic children from the telepathy tapes, and she's got this method of instantly freezing water, and she's showing different words to water, pictures to the water, and the water is literally conscious. Like the water's responding to her, just like the water responded to me when I did the rice experiment. The
Mhm.
water comes back with its own images. She showed the word ego to water. And when she instantly froze the water, it froze this image that looked like a figure of a person with very broad shoulders and a small head. She showed the word Joshua to the water, and it froze what looked like a beautiful urn with all of these designs all over it. And when she was zooming in and on different areas of it, she came across what looked like old writing of some kind. And it ended up being, it ended up coming back as she sent it out to a few colleagues, and someone came back and said, that says Joshua in an old Hebrew language. So she literally showed the word Joshua, and the water responded back with the same word, but in a different language. So think about the waters within you, all that memory you're giving it. And it's never too late to change it. I took the hate jar and started to try to reverse it. It didn't get any worse. There's something to be said with that. Does that answer your question about the
Yeah,
water,
it,
Stefano?
it does. You know why?
Yeah.
Because it's quite remarkable. Because it's known that water is the most potentizable of all liquids.
Yeah.
It's the best carrier and it transmits energy. So it makes perfect sense.
Oh, it does.
Yeah. It's very potentizable, which means it'll become immediately impregnated with your intent and your spoken word. And like you said, the body is mostly water.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you, Amber.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey guys, I'm using a different computer tonight. I don't know if there's questions in the chat. I can try to look here. It's popping up in a different window. Yes, Karen, I always bless my water before I drink it. I do that with my bird too. So some of you know I have a bird. She's a Goffin's cockatoo. Her name's Isabella. And, I give her fresh water a couple times a day. And as I'm pouring the water, I tell the water, I love you, water. I love you, water. Thank you, water. And, and my bird will start saying, I love you too.
I want to encourage the new members to that haven't been here before or only been here a couple times to feel free to put your hand up and ask Amber anything you would like.
Or if you want to share your own experience with affirmations or the spoken word. I know there's a few of you in here that have healed themselves. Hi.
Hello. Thanks for doing this. This is wonderful. I just
You're
wanted to
welcome.
speak to your point you just raised. I actually have hemophilia. It's a bleeding disorder. I'm a bleeder. Um, and through doing what you have just suggested everybody else starts doing, over the last, probably year or so, I have severely, that sounds kind of extreme putting it that way. I very much diminished the symptoms of it to the point where it's kind of just in the background now. I was a severe hemophiliac throughout most of my life, which means, running into a freaking doorway will bang up my elbow and then I'll be out of commission for a while. But yeah, it's your word's very, very powerful, and it's diminishing this to the point where it's just kind of in the background now. So yeah, I just wanted to speak to that real quick. Love what you're doing here. This is great.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You see,
Yeah.
you guys, it works. It really does.
Mm-hmm. Oh, one more thing I suppose I could offer. If you, I guess this kind of goes into belief too, but even spoken word is very potent for this. How many of us here have a belief that as you get older, you start falling apart or something similar? Like if you can just speak to yourself and just say instead that I'm getting stronger every day and in all ways, like that's been helpful for me at least. So yeah, I'd add that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Never
yeah,
think of yourself as old or falling apart.
right. The body follows right along with it. So
Mhm.
yeah, love this. Awesome. I'll let somebody else go.
Thank you. Hi. You should be able to unmute Claudia.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hi.
Oh, hi, Amber. Thank you for doing this. I'm so grateful. And I want to share with you, sorry for my English, guys. Okay, I want to share with you something what I do from for many years when I'm cooking, you know, and I cook almost every day as a European woman. And when I'm cooking, I always talk with my food, like because I cook for my husband and for kids. And I adding for like spices or anything, I always think, okay, this is a health, this is a happiness, love, and blah blah blah, and it's working. It's working for our family. Like I do this for many years, and everybody are perfectly fine and healthy, and I think it's really good.
I
I don't
love
know. I
that.
just want to share this.
Thank you. No, that's so important. Not just talking to the water we drink and the liquids we drink, but to the food you eat.
Yes, because I feel like I am like not like witch, but well, the people who cook, they mix exactly the energy, the energy. For example, I did the goulash, like stew, it's in English, and it's a lot of water there, and I'm programming this food, and it works. Yeah.
Absolutely. It does. It reprograms the waters within the food, and then you're eating that food and you're taking that into your body 100%. Thank you for
Yes,
that.
exactly. Because when you're going, for example, a restaurant and people they cooking there and they don't have a passion for that, you can feel it, like when someone is cooking, can be something really delicious, but your energy level is somehow you don't feel well, after you eating this. You can feel the energy what the people put in this food, and it works. That's why I'm saying you have to do when you're cooking, you have to want to the cook with the happiness, only when you want, not when you must cook.
Absolutely. Thank you
Yeah.
for that. That's
Thank
so
you.
true. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, Dorit. You should be able to unmute.
Hi, Amber, and thank you so much for hosting all of this. You and Stefano and Jeff, and you guys doing this on Friday night. I really, really appreciate it. But I just wanted to mention, and I know I've probably talked about this before, but I thought it was apropos to maybe mention it again, because of the subject that you're brought up. But I just intuitively have been doing this. It's not something that I learned somewhere or watched a video on. It's just something intuitive inside of my body. I've just been doing this practice where whenever I'm injured, like I've twisted my ankle really bad, I've pulled muscles really bad. One time I had an infection in my tooth, and the whole side of my face was like swollen up and, in pain. And I thought I was going to have to finally break down and go to a dentist, which I would never want to do.
Mm.
But what I do is when I have pain or I have an issue somewhere in my body, and I usually do this at night when I'm in bed because my brain waves are lower and I'm more relaxed but I focus, I like scan my body and I focus to wherever there is a pain or a ache or even just a minor sensation in my body. I focus on that and I totally embody that pain. I just have all my focus on the pain completely. Like I just become the pain. And then I embrace it and I love it. I don't speak the words, but I may start doing that now after listening to you, Amber. I don't, but I haven't been actually speaking the words out loud, but I have been feeling the emotion of just loving that part of my body and sending it love. And what happens is by the
Sorry about that. Hold on. There we go.
Sure.
Go ahead. Sorry. I just had to
That's
mute
okay.
someone.
And and each time that I've done that, by the next day, my pain is completely gone. The infection I had on my tooth, it like the next day, one day the infection or the swelling had gone down dramatically, and by the second day it was completely gone without antibiotics, without anything. So I know that works. I know it works to love to send love to your body or wherever your body's pain is your body's way of communicating with you. It's telling you this area needs attention. You need to pay attention. And our intuitively what we want to do is whenever we have pain, we want to resist it. We're like pushing it away or trying to ignore it or whatever. But I think we need to do the opposite. We need to focus on it, embody it, and love it, and then release that energy. And I
Absolutely.
just wanted to share that because it really works for me. And people tease me all the time. They're always saying, "Oh yeah, Dorette loves her pain," but
It works.
it works.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, definitely add the speech in there with it. But yeah, I
Yeah.
love that. Acknowledging the pain.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Amber.
Well, thank you. Hi, Fred. You should be able to unmute.
Hello.
Hi.
That was amazing, Dorit. Thank you for this. I'm gonna try it tonight. Uh, I wanted to share something that happened this morning, and also how at times, like the old program can just like sneakily start to come back in. And I almost wanted, as you were speaking, I was like, we should have this meeting once a month so that we can all remember, like, to just like come back into full alignment, you know? Anyways, I had been slipping as well, yeah, the past month or so, and definitely feeling the impacts of that, and have been feeling just like this stickiness in me, like, ugh, just no motivation, no energy. Anyways, and I was like, you know what? I have all the will and the power within me to clear this. And somehow, like this morning, it's funny. Sorry, there's a big car that's going by. Maybe that's loud. Anyways, I was walking on the beach and then I was like, oh, I started to clap my hands for like 20 minutes continuously. And I was clapping my hands. I just kept affirming and affirming and affirming like all the most beautiful things. And after that session, oh my God, I felt like a complete new being. It's like I was fully regenerated. And I love that you are doing this workshop today. It was like a beautiful reminder of that. And I completely changed. I feel like the stagnant energy that had been just lingering around for a very long time. So, yeah, very powerful, very beautiful. And since then, I feel everything just aligns. Everything
Ah,
to me has been incredible. Just meeting amazing people, like being gifted things, just everything feels wonderful. And now having this beautiful conversation with all of you, like, wow, 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 wow. Okay, life
ah,
is definitely abundant and beautiful. And yeah,
I love that. Synchronicities too, right?
yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that happens, and then we have this discussion tonight. All the alignments, I love it. That's beautiful, Fred. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Hi, Jane. You should be able to there we go. Hi.
Hey, Amber. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you so much. It was wonderful.
Thank
Powerful
you.
words of truth.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm want to share. Some of the people here know I had many strokes, and my speech was so awful. The beginning this year, I watched the Darius's frequency.
Mm.
Same as you, Amber. That's my favorite workshop. It changed my life, like yours.
Mm.
It changed my mindset because I start my affirmations and I have an affirmations song every day. It's love I am, peace I am, divine I am, health I am, healed I am, all the time. My
Mm.
health has changed this whole year. Everything has changed because that one thing I changed.
That's beautiful, Jane. And notice the I am in there.
Right.
For everything you said, I am.
Yep. it changed my life. Before this year, I was miserable. In my mind, I was broken. I'm sick, in so much pain all the time. Now I'm fine. I mean, I feel a little some pain. My speech is not perfect. So much so what a huge difference because Darius's workshops, you know?
And you.
Yeah, and you guys. I'm so grateful. I love you so much.
I love you too. And remember, you're the ones making those commands. The I am. You're commanding that into existence. You're the healer of your own
I am.
free will.
Yes, I am.
Thank you, Jane.
Love you.
Love you. Hi, Tala. You should be able to unmute. Hi.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, everyone. I wanted to share my experience with the rice. It
Ooh.
happened early this year when I went to Nicaragua. It's a Central American country, sorry. And inside Nicaragua, there's an island. And so I stayed in this island for like 6 weeks. And then sorry, I was like running around right now. I started the rice experiment. I went to go do some volunteer work. And so I started the rice experiment. On the 15th day, the rice, the positive rice, the love rice, turned pink and it started to smell like fruit. And so I realized that it was picking up, of course, the words that I was saying, but the environment, because I was surrounded by mango trees, coconut trees, banana trees, or palm trees, and it started to smell like fruit, and it turned pink. And so that was a surprise. It was like on the 15th day, and then I started to feel my body alchemically shifting. So then I started to feel like more power in myself. And I was like, wow, what is this? I was like super surprised that alchemically I could feel it in myself, in my cells, in my waters, I guess. And so I was more attuned, more aware of like just people speaking and the environment and so I was able to kind of be more aware, if that makes any sense. But the rice turning pink, like love,
Yeah.
and it picking up the environment as well. So I was like, what is going on here, right? So yeah, it was a very powerful experience. And so of course, after I left, I stopped doing that, and then life took over. And so now I'm back in Mexico. This is where I live. And I'm in the forest now, and I just started the rice experiment again because I kind of like fell off of, life took over or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm going back and knowing that it actually does change something within our waters.
Yep.
And the awareness expands. And so I'm more in tune with what I'm saying and what other people are saying. It was really interesting and magnificent. And there's a lot of synchronicities that happened during that time. And so I feel it's a very magical, just like Florence Scovel, the word is the wand. So keeping that in mind and then just, being committed and disciplined is a must, I feel.
Yeah.
And that's my story.
Oh, that's beautiful. You really do have to transform the way you think and the way you speak, and it will transform you.
And it transforms also the conversations because I was picking up because when volunteering, there's other people just, sharing or talking. And so there's like this undertone that, I was picking up as well about the situation or myself or the environment. And I felt like this, I was like in a bubble of some sort, kind of expansion or something.
Yeah.
And so it was, I don't know if it was my higher self coming online more, but it was super amazing. And I'm going right now that I'm back here and ending the year and just closing up recapitulating all of the experiences because this year has been a whirlwind for me. But I'm like, I'm like, I need to get back on, on track with what I think, what I say, what I feel, and how I act. And I believe that the rice experiment is very powerful. So I, commend you for doing that, for changing your waters, for sharing, and for being disciplined because discipline I find is key.
Yeah, thank you for that. And thank
Yeah,
you for
thank you.
doing the experiment as well. And the race experiment is all fine and dandy, but that's something tangible that you can see with your own eyes.
And that is so important because we are, creatures that have been programmed since we were born into not believing in ourselves. And
Right.
seeing the rice experiment in front of my eyes change,
Mm.
the one with the hate and all of the bad words, that one stank so bad. It was so rotten. And I was like, oh my God, if I think this to myself, this is what I'm creating inside my body. So it was very important for me to see that. So I feel that if anybody can do this, rice experiment, you should, because that just motivates you to keep on speaking good words, positive and empowering your words. So thank you for your
Absolutely.
story as well.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that is all.
Thank you.
You're
Hey,
welcome.
thanks. Hey, Kat, you should be able to unmute.
Thank you, babe.
Hey.
I do. I want to share healing as well to help people. Um, I was very ill from 2008 to 2016. Things they had written on my chart was like heart attacks, vascular issues, blockages throughout my body and my arteries, cages in my back, ADHD, depression, suicidal. That's just some of them. My file was very, very thick that they had. And I was on 19 different medications a day. And I got to a point where I got tired of them saying, I can't. You can't do this. You can't do that. You'll never get better.
Mm.
And something just clicked one day, which was in 2016. And I'm like, I can do this. This is not me. Like that's what I started saying. This is not me. This is not who I want to be. And just slowly, it took time from 2016 to probably 2020. Um, but I can say as of today, I am medicine free.
Oh,
Even though they say I have blockages through my body, I say no, I don't.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
Vascular, my last heart appointment was about 6 months ago. They said that they could no longer see me because I was high risk because I refused their medications. And they said I was going to die. And I said, well, then I'll die happy because I don't want your medicine. And I shook their hands and I thanked them for all the care they had given me since 2008. All the surgeries. I had probably 10, 12 different surgeries. Um, but yes, it was through just belief and the will and the power to say that this is not me. This is not who I want to be. I'm not going out like this. Um, and it hasn't been easy. It's far, far, far from being easy. I still have low moments. Um, but for the most part, I'm on the up and up. And it's just a matter of now like getting used to being the new me, the new mindset of like you saying affirmations instead of we would say tired or exhausted.
Mhm.
And I'm changing that too, of just saying like I'm resting, I'm recharging.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes I would just go, I'm just like, oh, I'm just so tired. I just want to lay in my bed. I don't want to do anything. Just watch, just enjoy life. I also like healed a lot of my trauma. So I have peace of mind. And to lay in the bed or just to sit outside and not have any thoughts. It's the most magical, peaceful thing ever. And like, I just want to sit in nature and frolic forever. I don't want to do nothing else, right? And I mean, I have a mix, right? Like I am, and that is, it's just still a challenge day to day, not bad challenge, right? It's on the flip side of just getting used to being the new me, this new thought process. Ever since I joined Darius and you did the rice experiment, and I learned about water because I drink on average of about a half a gallon of water a day.
Mm.
Um, and I have some like plants and herb stuff that I put in the waters. Nothing specific, like for everybody. It's just kind of stuff that I enjoy. Um, and I created a sigil because I got this glass jug container that I pour water into like every other day. But I created a sigil of love, um, and all the things that I just wanted to go into this water.
Mm.
And I drew the sigil inside the glass jar. So, and then I have certain memories of different animals. So when I'm pouring, I go to fill it up, right? I'm pouring that into the glass container and I'm thinking about all those wonderful things. And that's how like I prepare my water. And then, it's in the refrigerator. And of course, whenever I fix my glass of water, I retalk different things into the water as well. Um, there is a little affirmation that helped me. It was a lady that I seen on TikTok back in like 2020, I think. And she was walking around saying, every little cell in my body is healthy. Every little cell in my body is well. So that is something I do too. I walk around saying that a lot. It's like a little song like you could sing. Um, and then recently, I think since one of Lisa's classes or something, there's something about and a mix of everybody, I guess. I can't pinpoint one place. Um, but I just started grounding outside at nighttime because down in the south the grass is cool at nighttime.
Mm.
So I walk in the grass barefoot and I just say, I remember
Yes.
I'm healthy, I am whole, I am sovereign, I'm well, right? Just anything, any of the good for about 15 minutes, outside in the grass because it just feels amazing with the coolness on the bottom of my feet. Um, but yes, I did. I just wanted to share that with y'all because you can come back from a place, that they're saying that, you're not going to make it. And even up to 6 months ago, they were still trying to convince me to stay on the medications. And I'm like, no, like the scan actually showed the blockage on the right side had improved by 18%.
Oh,
And it's like, what I'm doing is working. Why do you want me back? Like I understand, like there, but why? Why would you try to convince me and not just give me that credit of saying, hey, what you're doing is working? But yes, I can't see you anymore, but what you're doing, keep doing whatever it is I understand they take an oath for things and it's corruption but yeah, and I did. They were just like, "You're gonna die," and I'm like, "We're all gonna die." I said, "But I'm going down happy, not on all your medications." You know, and I said, I think I'm gonna be around that till at least 100, 110. You know, and they just looked at me like I was crazy, but I'm like, no, and I can say a lot more of my belief and trust in the process came from being in Darius's group and being with all of y'all. It was very, very positive and uplifting, right? To give me the strength to keep walking and doing what I'm doing. And I'm also back at the gym now. They said I would never be back in the gym because my back is a whole cage. Um, I can press almost 200 pounds with my legs,
Oh,
right?
wow.
And yeah, that's all things they said that I would never do. So anyway, yes, I just wanted to share that with y'all because it's an amazing journey, and I'm very, very happy where I am.
Oh, you're giving me chills, ACAT. You literally rewrote your blueprint and your script for this reality.
Right? Yes, yes. That. Thank you for saying that. Thank you.
Living proof right there.
I love
And
y'all.
everything they were writing about you in your chart and telling you, you didn't listen. You chose otherwise. And everybody has the power to do this.
Yes, yes. We all have the power to do it.
100%.
Yeah.
Wow, ACAT. I knew you had been around the block with some stuff, and wow, you're amazing.
I thank y'all. Y'all give me strength, right? I know I'm doing the work, but it helps to have a support system, of just listening. And like like I almost like, I don't know, maybe 8, 9 months ago, like I was still um kind of loud about things, right? Like I always had to be front and center, I always had to be talking. But even like the last 9 months, I found like I just enjoyed being a student and like sitting back, listening and observing. And that in itself is a whole new journey for me. But I'm enjoying it, right? And I can hear more of myself now.
Yeah,
Yeah, where a lot if I'm too busy into what everybody else is saying, even in our group, right? Even though like it's all like great information, even that in itself, sometimes we have to turn the noise off so we
yeah,
can hear our high.
absolutely.
Helped me tremendously as well. So yeah, that's it. I love y'all.
Love you too, ACAT. Thank you for sharing that powerful story and your truth.
Thank y'all as well for giving me that opportunity to speak. Y'all have a great night. I'm still on here, but yes, y'all have a great
Yeah,
night.
you too. Thank you.
Hey, Kat, thank you very, very much. What a testimony.
Oh,
Wow. You go, girl.
yeah, you should get your story out there, ACAT. That is truly amazing and inspiring. Wow. We all have this within us, you guys. I always said if I can do it, anybody can do it, because there was a point in my life when I felt hopeless. I had a hard time just getting out of bed every day. You really do have to change the way you think and reprogram your blueprint and your script. When you speak I am, it's a command, and you're setting that creation into motion. You may not see results right away, but believe me, that script is being reprogrammed. Is there anyone else in here that would like to ask a question or share something? Oh, here we go. Hi, Deanna. You should be able to unmute.
Hi, Amber. Hi,
Hi.
Stefano. Hi, Jeff. It's nice to be on here for another weekend with you guys. Happy belated Merry Christmas to everybody. I just want to share with you guys that your intentions in life do make a difference. Your impactions of your thoughts and your feelings, and the things that you say. I went from a very low place after losing a child. I went into alcoholism and ended up wrecking my whole body, and ended up with injuries, spinal injuries, doctors telling me I would never be able to walk, ended up in a chair. And in this, the accident happened in 23, and my whole world is totally flipped upside down. I mean, from where I was, because now, I mean, our family didn't even want anything to do with us, didn't even think that we belonged together, me and my husband and stuff, because of how bad it was. And I mean, all of our families came back to us, and we just totally, after the accident, I'm like, no, I'm not gonna, I don't. I'm not this person. I'm not going to be like this. If you want to be with me, you're not going to be this either. And he's turned his life around. And, out of everything, I think it is just amazing because I kept trying to pursue this experience with him and wanting him involved. And just over last weekend, this weekend, he's just so more receptive to it. And it's like a miracle in our life besides everything else. And I about have tears just sharing it because it's just amazing to just watch it all happen and then just to sit back and have the peace and the calmness along with the happiness and just it's just without words on some of the stuff that's happened in our life. But it can happen to each and every person out there. So just have that intention in those, just keep expressing it to yourself. Don't look at somebody else outside of your own perception and say, oh, I want to be that person. No, make it happen for yourself because you can do it. That's all I got to say. Thank you guys for letting me share.
Oh, you're welcome, Deanne. That's beautiful. Thank you. It just goes to show your beliefs, thoughts, and emotions shape your reality and your cell's expression. 100%. Beautiful. Thank you. Is there anyone else here that would like to share? If not, I'll stop the recording.
Amber, thank you so much. That was absolutely fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you, Stefano. Thank you for helping me through it and with the kickoff and all that. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
I appreciate all of you.
yeah. The coherence in this room is palatable.
Mm,
You touched everybody very deeply. Good for you.
thank you. You all are doing it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording if no one else has anything to share. And then again, we'll still go one at a time so we're not talking over each other. But I'll stop the recording just so it's not too long for other people to watch back later. Thank you all.